Should I buy now or should I wait later? That's a tough question. I get this question all the time. I've gotten it already several times today. Reggie, should I buy now or should I wait? There is so much turbulence going on. I understand the government's uncertain. Again, I can't say this word enough. Tariffs, uh, uncertainty about job security, things that are going on in the world, in Europe. France and other countries have lost electricity. There's a lot of stuff going on. But should I buy now or should I buy later? It's a tough question. It's an individual question. But let me give you some facts. If you've been looking to purchase a home, if you've been looking to get that investment property, I can tell you honestly that waiting is going to cost you tens of thousands of dollars. And here's why. Because of what's happening with the government, the Fed is probably going to drop interest rates even more. They're down since last October to like 6.5, maybe a little less now, depending on the market. And what happens generally when interest rates go down, home values go up. So that house, let's say that you've been looking at, let's say, let's just use round numbers, 300K, or whatever it is. Nice house, nice neighborhood. You've had your eye on it for a while. It's in a community that you want to live in. It has the amenities that you want. It has the school that you want for your children. Accessible to shopping. It has all these different things that are beneficial. In the next 3 months or so, that same property, even with the conditions that we're experiencing right now, could be worth another $15,000, $20,000 or more. It's just the way things are. So should I buy now or later? It's a great question. Here's what I do say. In either case, the best thing that you can do is be prepared. How do you get prepared? You get prepared with acquiring as much knowledge as you possibly can. First and foremost, you want to understand how much house can you actually afford? How much house can you actually afford? A lot of people don't know that. They're like, oh, I want to buy a house. They get excited, which is great. But they don't research how much house they can afford. Now, what I've done in the past, and again, I forgot to introduce myself. I don't know why I keep doing that. But I'm Reggie Pegues, CEO and owner of Pegues Group Solutions, also known AKA as Mr. Blueprint, where we're building, empowering communities and building futures through real estate. And I want to let you know, we're talking about how do you find out how much house you can afford? Well, generally, a lot of people, you go to your bank. That's probably your first resource. You go to your bank and you're looking to see if you can get a loan. But here's what I recommend. Instead of going to an individual bank or a specific lender where they can only sell you and offer you the products that they have, I recommend that you go and you speak to a broker, and here's why. You can present your documentation and you can, your credit reports and stuff like that. And instead of them just looking at what they have to sell, they have a broader view, a wider premise to go and present your data in front of several places instead of just one. And if you don't know, every time, if you go to individual places to check your credit, every time you do that and they do a hard pull on your credit number goes down. Hence, going to a broker, you do it one time, they have the ability to present your documents to several places and find the best deal for you. So you want to find out how much house you can afford. The second tip I'll offer that I offer with my clients and I also teach in my academy is even if you fall in love with the property, let's say you find this house, it has everything. It has vaulted ceilings, a big open floor plan. You got a kitchen with that island that you love. The appliances are new. It's like off the hook. You ever heard that commercial, never let them see you sweat? When it comes to dealing with a real estate agent who is looking to get their commissions, and listen, I started off in this game as a real estate agent. I love real estate agents. They're some of the best people that I work with. But you, as the potential buyer and client, you don't want to show that you're falling in love with the property. If you really, really are enamored with this place, if you really want to place an offer, wait till you walk back to your car. Hopefully you're with your significant other, because one of the things that's a pain in real estate when I'm dealing with people is this. I'm talking to a person, and then when they have to tell me that I have to talk to my wife or I have to talk to my husband. Oh my God, how annoying is that? But if you're going to make a life decision, everybody that's involved with that decision should be present. Okay? So when you're doing that, and if you find that house, and I know it's hard to keep your composure and say, hey, but you wait till you get to the car, wait till you drive off, and then you go pull over, go bananas. Oh, this is it. I love this house. Let's put an offer in. But not in front of, if you're dealing with particularly if the seller is present, or definitely in front of the agent or whoever's representing the property. Maintain your composure. And I say all that to say this. Regardless of what it is, never fall in love with the property to the extent that you get blinded by the factors. What factors? Factors like, is it going to show up with a clean title? Now, when you do a real estate transaction, I'm not sure if you've ever done one before, but when you go to the closing table, right? When you go to the closing table, there's a document that's produced in all 50 states, which is called a HUD-1. And that's going to pull up all the information about the property. You cannot sell a property unless it has a clear title. Okay? So you want to make sure that the title's clear. And when you do all that, then you can move forward. Because the worst thing, and I've seen this happen, I've seen deals blow up at the closing table, particularly if the title company isn't doing their due diligence, where they get the information and then they don't tell the seller or the potential buyer before you get to the closing table. And I've seen people, lose a lot of money because of certain things, and also have their heart broken at the closing table because they thought they were going to buy this house and then it didn't clear because there's a lien on it because the seller had a, upgrade in the kitchen or, something. Somebody put a lien on the property. So you want to make sure that your title's clear. So the points that we want to make is it a good time, is now or later? That's a personal choice. I can just tell you that house that you might be looking at, that neighborhood that you might be looking at, with things going the way they are, may cost you another $15,000, $20,000 or more in a couple of months. The second thing is, I'm not saying don't act in an uninformed way. Gather as much knowledge, as much data as possible about where it is. Also, understand before you go look how much house you can afford. And thirdly, due diligence. Make sure that you know that this house that you're looking at is not coming with any defects, like a crack in the foundation or a problem in the roof, or, you know, there's a lien on the property because there's an unpaid bill. You know, they rehabbed the kitchen and didn't pay. You want to make sure that your information is square. You want to make sure that you know what you're getting into. And with that, we are dropping our first product of the season, our home buyers bundle for 2025. And in this bundle that we're offering, it has all this information that we're talking about now: how to find the right property, how to make sure that you're not overpaying, how to make sure that you understand the taxes, how you understand what the additional costs are when you're going to the closing table, and so much more. We're dropping that the second week of May. We had to push back the date because there's some work that still need to be done, but we're pushing that back to the 14th is the launch date. That's when we're dropping it, May 14th. But we're only doing 50 bundles in May. So if you want to get on the early bird list, DM me, drop the word ready, and I'll add you to the early bird list. So when we drop it, you'll be amongst the first people to get that bundle. And if you have any questions, make sure that you DM me. Make sure that you're following me here on this platform. I want to get to 1,000 followers, so I need your help. And I'll be coming to you each and every day, giving you the straight information about what's going on in this market today, and how you can negotiate and find great deals, even in the midst of all this chaos of what we're going through right now and what's going on. So with that said, I hope that you had a great Monday. And I appreciate you for joining me. And I look forward to talking to you really soon. I'll see you again. Talk to you later.